Today, let's discuss the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. Welcome back, everyone. This is Mike Zero here once again, coming at you guys with a brief video involving the future of Star Wars after Episode 9. Now, today's video will be based off of a report by Star Wars Newsnet, a very reliable Star Wars news website with excellent sources. The full story will be linked below in the description. I highly do recommend that you guys go ahead and check it out. In the meantime, let's go over what today is all about, and that is what one of the sources had to fill in Star Wars Newsnet on. And this has to do with the future of the Star Wars films after Episode 9. And apparently there may be some form of hiatus, a break in Star Wars movies at some point in time, a couple of years after Episode 9 comes out. So here is what the source had to tell Star Wars Newsnet. There seems to be a plan for a hiatus on Star Wars movies, a plan that will happen after a few years after the end of the sequel trilogy. Do note, guys, that it says a few years after the end of the sequel trilogy. Star Wars on television is going to become a big focus over the next few years. Now, there are two reasons as to why they will do this hiatus for the Star Wars films. Reason number one, the new series might be more in tune with the existing story arcs of the Star Wars saga, instead of filling in gaps like the Clone Wars and Rebels have. Reason number two, Lucasfilm will want to deliberately starve the market of Star Wars movies for a time. The powers that are interested in making sure that there's not a sense of fatigue. So that is the plan by Disney and Lucasfilm, is that a couple years after Episode 9 releases, I'm going to guess maybe 4 years minimum after Episode 9 comes out, there will be a hiatus of Star Wars movies, and I'm going to go ahead and say this. A live-action Star Wars TV series will make its debut on Netflix at that very given moment in time. And that will prevent any form of fatigue for the Star Wars films coming out every single year. Now, this is a question that I actually was asking myself for a very long time, is that will Star Wars ever get a little bit too tiring if it's coming out every single year? Will there be fatigue for the fans? It was a question that I was actually asking myself a lot, considering that Bob Iger said these Star Wars films are going to go on forever. It's going to be treated like Marvel, essentially, with the comic book superhero films. And I think that it's very, very good that they are really laying out a very interesting plan to prevent fatigue. Now, on the other hand, I myself wouldn't mind a Star Wars film every year continuously, as long as each and every film is very engaging and interesting and has a real compelling story. As long as you have that, I honestly feel like fatigue wouldn't happen, at least for me. But I think they're just playing it safe, and they're going to take maybe a year, 2 years at most off of developing Star Wars films. It's not going to be anything crazy. They're going to do a live-action TV series. I'm putting my money on the table for that right now. And it will be about either A, the Old Republic, or maybe about Luke Skywalker searching Jedi lore. There's so many other things that they could work with to really expand the whole entire universe. So guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about this. Do you agree with this? Would you like a break in the Star Wars films a couple of years after Episode 9, after the sequel trilogy ends? And if the reason for this hiatus is because they are throwing out a TV series, alright, they're putting a TV series out there, what TV series, live action, would you like to see on Netflix, for an example? Drop a comment below, let me know. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. Thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again. No.